Z159 FM. Z159 FM.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you. I love you. I can forget you never. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what, hashtag I ain't shame, hashtag my money, hashtag call me taxitude, honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Moe Studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yeah, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Soon joining us. I'm sure he's on his way, and hopefully he's feeling better, because I did worry about him. If you haven't listened to Monday's BDM show or Monday's ACT show, maybe go back and listen to it and then say a little thoughts and prayers for our good friend Ross McCoy. Currently on his way. Oh, but that was rough.
Got too drunk.
That was rough.
Yeah,
When he was doing the get up and run, and then he was doing the thing where you have to sit up and you have to lean over because you're sweating so bad. You think you're gonna spray puke on everybody? Oh
Yeah,
man!
but again, it's funny because you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, he had a good time.
Yeah,
And did
yeah.
you see the photos that he posted? There's one of him at just blank stare where you're like, oh, the mushroom's hit. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We're glad to have you. I'm Dan, Tom. You know that, though.
Yeah. A couple things. We have a brand new straw hat on TomandDan.com, a sun shirt. So you could still grab those while supplies last.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have bought them already.
Yeah.
A super high quality.
Hidden Skins produce these hats
Yep.
and shirts, and that's the best hat we've ever done. The weaving is a little tighter. They fit great. They just look better quality, and the sun shirt's really, really good quality.
And
as
the
well.
logo, the Danger Brains designed, and they've been working with us for, they're another Gold Star client of ours.
Can we talk about that?
You'll hear.
You didn't flesh that out, though. You should have fleshed it out.
Yeah. Gold Star clients have been with us
The
for
Tom
over
and
a
Dan,
decade.
Like how many? Okay, let's talk about that. Which are the Tom and Dan Gold Star Ring of Honor clients? Tom is now doing this thing where if you've been with us a long time, you and him, he's now inducted himself into the Tom and Dan Gold Star Ring of Honor. And so you put yourself in there, and so far it's you, Guardian Water,
No, Bart Merrick,
Gold Star, Ring of Honor clients.
Yeah,
Why are you
Sports
in there?
Subaru,
Just because you're
Donders.
on the sales side of things?
Yeah. Well, just like
Are you-
Arthur Blank.
He put himself in the Ring of Honor. Yeah. Yes, he
If
did.
it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be anybody else. You
the
see?
chat room is now saying, you could join the chat room. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. People in the chat room are saying that they want to be Gold Star listeners. Now, they see what you've done. Like,
It's all right.
You're
Okay,
tearing the show apart.
Yeah. That's only if you've been a 1095er for.
Are they Gold Star Ring of Honor? Okay, if you've been a 1095er for 1 year.
No, for 5 years. If you've been a BDM for 10 years, Gold Star.
Okay, so
I'll
if you've been a
accept-
295 BDM for 10 years, you
Gold
can be
Star.
a Gold Star Ring of Honor
Yeah.
listener.
yeah.
If you've been a founder, you are a Gold Star. I'll add that one.
Okay, yeah.
If you're a founder, you are a Gold Star Ring of Honor. You bought your way in. It's kind of like the Trump Gold
Hold
card.
on, now I'm erasing all this because I'm creating a new category, Gold Star.
Wait,
You have to
what
pay
do you
for
mean?
it.
Like,
You have to pay to get in.
So all of this that we're riffing is done. I have to delete
I'm
this?
I'm not getting credit for past achievements. That's a stupid business
we have
move.
to. Well, you're gonna charge founders the Gold Star Ring of Honor.
Well, no, the founders already had their day.
That's come and win.
yeah, they've already, had their Super
But anyway,
Bowl.
the short of the long is that
Huh?
these are clients that have been with us for 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
And what do you say about the ones that have come and gone within the time and didn't make it?
Oh, you snooze, you lose.
What about the ones that were with us 10 years but then faded away because of lawsuits and whatnot?
No, only have to be current contributors.
Current. Okay.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
you doing
yeah.
for me now? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah, anyway.
All right. Is there any business we need to get out of the way for
No,
the listeners before we dig into whatever we're going to do today?
I just mark your calendars for Bad Business Beer Fest and Sofa and Suds. That's November 22nd, 23rd,
Yep.
the weekend before Thanksgiving. And, we're going to be doing the Sanford weekend. So
Yep.
we're organizing all that currently.
You know what I don't think matters anymore, and I
What?
thought it mattered I thought it was going to change the way that we did the sofa races, but it doesn't matter anymore. Drones. For a hot minute, I thought drones were I was like, this is how we're going to view the sofa. No, it's not.
Yeah. It just, you're like, all right,
And
I get
who
it.
ruined drones for me? And this is a hot topic because it's you got one in your house. Realtors. They ruined drones for me. When Johnny Realtor was able to give me the same shot that George Lucas used to do in E.T., you've ruined it, right?
Well,
It's not impressive anymore when you're doing it for
It's also a perspective that even in the realtor business, I think is more gimmicky. Like, no one cares what your property looks like from bird's eye view.
I do.
So what does it
where
matter?
that's where you're wrong.
But you never see it. So what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? You'll never experience that.
Because you never see it makes it more rare. It's
I
a
guess so,
rare
yeah.
item.
But it's one of those things where I was like, I didn't need, this wasn't a selling,
And you know what really makes me sad is the drone that you bought me 9 years ago for my 40th birthday. I only flew maybe 17 times.
Does it still work? I'm
No,
sure.
hell no.
That's
Well,
been
no, it
sitting in
would.
there.
It would still work because it's been kept in a bin. I mean,
The batteries are probably
I got to
gone.
get new blades because real talk, Butler chopped the fuck out of them. Oh, Butler took it home and he flew it into what didn't he fly it into? He's allowed. I told him he was fine.
So let's talk about something that, and you bring up a good point, that it marks a time in your life.
I think it's the pack of cigarettes of old men.
And
It is the porno mag of late middle age, right? Late middle age.
I have seen a lot of friends talk about this recently.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's
they're
like,
because they're coming in behind me.
Yeah, at 45, they're all. Yeah, I'm 43, but a lot of my friends are 45, past 45, and that's the time they recommend a colonoscopy.
Yeah, got my wife's age wrong this morning talking about this exact topic. Said that she was your age at 43. She's not. She's 41. Got yelled at a little bit.
Yeah. She's younger than me.
Little bit. I did not know that. I always thought you guys were like the same age.
No.
The stuff that I think I'm smoking out of my brain, it's the dabs now. It's the dabs, I feel like.
So now
Colonoscopy, not good, buddy. If somebody in the chat room was saying how easy it is, because a lot of people have to get them a lot of time. We have a lot
if
of
there's
listeners.
some problem, then they recommend it to see what the problem is. But then the regular screening, they recommend at 45, which they did make the age lower as in the past 5-10 years.
I
or
think it was
something
maybe 3 years ago.
used to be 50 or something.
Yeah, I think it was when I was 47. They said, "Oh, you got to get it now."
So when we were when I knew Daniel was doing this yesterday, I started thinking about the colonoscopy, and then I was gonna bitch about there's got to be a better way than sticking a long, girthy camera up your ass.
I still don't know what it looks like, right? They don't show it to you, right?
I've seen it on the internet.
What is it? Yeah, I gotta look it up. I didn't even look that up.
It's just like a 6-foot camera, it looks like a robotic snake, like a tentacle with the eyeball at the end of it.
Okay, it is pretty. I mean, yeah, it looks like the standard. Is it
Like
the
you
same?
snake your toilet.
It does look like a toilet snake. Is it
was
the
just-
same snake that? Okay, let me ask you this because I didn't.
Medical toilet snake.
And maybe somebody in the chat room knows because I don't have Ross here yet to start Googling shit. But do they use the same style camera for your beehole as they do your mouth?
Because you got.
I got the double.
Yeah. And I hope they did the mouth first.
I don't know if they did. They could have gone ass to mouth, which you're not supposed to do. That's how you get a yeast infection in your gums. I've heard. So I've heard.
So
that's how you get HPV of the tongue, sir.
So I was gonna.
Oh, and I answer. Oh, let's walk through. Okay, first of all, let's walk through. Do you want to walk through my? You want me to take you through it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it starts with the prep. Now, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you are not an organized person, if you have an orb, if you don't have a very diligent wife and daughter, Maisie was the taskmaster when it came to, every 30 minutes you got to drink this liquid, sip it, don't slam it. If you slam it, you're going to get bloated, sip it. Like she would bring up the liquid for me, and because I had to do, I guess it's 14 doses of Miralax within an hour period. That's everybody's heard about this.
The laxative, you got to get cleaned out because the doo-doo is in the way.
That's what they
It's
say.
knocking the cobwebs off.
So you take this Miralax. It's not the flavor of it at all. It's the thickness. It's the viscosity of it. It's very thick.
Yeah, it's like an oil.
Yeah, you mix it with Gatorade, and it tastes fine. It just tastes like orange Gatorade, but it's gross. It's thick.
Yeah, 10W40.
Which also makes me wonder why I can drink a smoothie that's thick and I can't drink this. Is it because of a mindset? If I had said this was a smoothie, would I be able to drink it? What is that?
Well, it's the oily nature of it that's not a smoothie. It's the ice is what makes it.
It makes
thick.
it like fluffy.
Yeah, and so that's different than like a thicker oil based, which it seems like this is because it just cleans you out.
Yeah, this feels very heavy. It's very dense. So you're drinking it, and then it comes on pretty quick. Like you start to get the poo-poo cramps pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then you got to run to the bathroom, and then TMI, but the first couple ones you're just like regular shitting, and then you start just shitting,
peeing out your butt.
Yeah, but then it's just like it's wildly fast too. And I talked to you about something, and I'm going to bring up a phenomenon that I don't know if any other radio host, podcaster, anybody's ever articulated using the English language, but I'm going to attempt to do it. There is a phenomenon that your asshole does where if you are going to piss out of your ass, where if you don't piss at full speed, you can piss out of your ass and your ass hairs, skin, the cheek, the hole, the little lines on your balloon knot, I don't know, but they guide your shit down and it sticks to the cheek of your ass and it will ride the cheek of your ass to the front of your body and then roll down your leg onto the floor. What is that? Why can your spray shit, navigate your ass cheek? It'll stick to the side of your ass and it'll ride it around.
It was like you're spitting a loogie out. You got to add some PSI to it. You can't just open your mouth.
Yeah, you have to. And if you put the PSI on it, you'll break it. It's like you break the surface tension and it goes straight back into the bowl. But you've already fucked up your cheek. You already got a compromised cheek. But it's a weird thing that people do. If you've ever had diarrhea, and or if you've done this, that is a phenomenon that you will actually do. That is a thing that can be done.
Yeah.
It will chase your ass. I don't know what it is. But everybody, the people in the chat room are agreeing with me. That's a design flaw. I think it has to do with your butthole. You know how your butthole looks like a knot? And you have those little grooves coming out of it. I think the shit coming out of you, the water coming out of you, rides one of the lines in the knot. And it takes that as a guide. It's almost like a beginning path for a tributary or something.
We evolved to be shitting squatting position in the woods.
Correct.
So it's like downward to sitting in the toilet, a weird thing. And then I'm pretty sure if you had that level of diarrhea in the woods, you'd be dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'd be dehydrated especially.
Well, yeah, that marks death. Like if you get that in the woods or, 200 years ago, 100,000 years ago, dead 100%.
No, without a doubt. So you get done with all of that. Now, my procedure was supposed to be at like 2:30, but I had called them, remember, and emailed them and said, yo, like, why do I have to do it like in the afternoon? Because that means you're probably going to end up rolling by and taking me at like, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'd like to get this done in the morning and not be, worried about it. I'm a high anxiety patient. I already think I got stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer, liver cancer, esophageal
You
cancer.
tell 'em that?
Yeah, I tell them
No.
everything. I got Barrett's esophagus. I got all of them. I got chamillionaire. I got everything you can name, right? And so I get in there, and they had the day before they called me, and they said, sure enough, we'll give you a 10 a.m. You can come in 10 a.m. And I'm like, great, that's awesome, that's fantastic, thank you so much. When I get there though at 10 a.m., when I walk in, you know what the receptionist says? Well, if it isn't our troublemaker.
Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you're bitching there all the time.
I didn't bitch, I just asked.
Yeah, but the way you ask. Is
No, I
that-
was very polite. You know me, I'm very polite.
Yeah. But
They're overly polite.
you're bucking the system. Just take the time we gave you and shut up.
I still
That's what they
don't.
want.
Look, if you.
They had to move something around.
if
They're like,
you-
oh, God,
if-
this motherfucker.
But if you.
That's what I would say. It's just like, just
do-
take what we get you.
I do like it. Like you're typing, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. And then you
Oh.
hang up, you're like, this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, well, that you would do it. Like if there was a client that wanted
Oh,
something.
100% I would do it.
You're
Yeah, yeah,
you're
I would
nice
do
to
it.
him on the phone, and then
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, God.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Changing
I would do
his
it.
time.
Yeah.
Just
This is
take
some
the time.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So she makes that, which makes me a little more nervous, makes me feel bad. But we hit it off, and I start making her laugh, so she's fine. And then they go to take me back, and I realize that I've got there's two anesthesiologists there. There's one mean ass guy, and then I guess another lady that I hadn't seen. And the mean ass guy is yelling at everybody for not doing their prep right.
All right.
Like, he'd walk up to you, he'd be like, when's the last time you had something to drink? And the lady next to me, like, she's just separated by a curtain, and she's like, well, I had a couple sips at 8:30. He's like, it's supposed to be nothing before 2 hours of your procedure. You know that. You know that. And then he turns to the lady next to him, and he goes, this is infuriating. And he used the word infuriating because Andrea wrote it in her phone, because I was like, who says that to their people's face? That's aggressive. So I think I'm getting this dude, and I'm like, I'm getting Mr. Infuriating.
Also, I paid for this shit.
That's what I said.
Even though my insurance or someone's paying for
That's
this,
what I
you're
said.
making a ton of money. So
Shut the fuck up
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I would be cool, bro.
So whatever
This guy was not cool.
Like, how much money are you making an hour? Like your
that guy's making bank.
Your bedside manner, being nice to, that's, you can't go on Yelp and then write reviews, can you?
Yeah, you can. I'm so
Okay.
glad that you brought that up, because this was going to be the thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
If you don't have good bedside manner, I don't care what your test scores are, okay? I don't care where you rank. You could be Doogie Howser, the greatest surgeon, but if your bedside manner is shit, don't even get in. Don't even get in line. Don't be a doctor.
Yeah. Now,
I would almost take dumbest person on fucking earth with good bedside manner.
Yeah.
I would almost take that.
That's a chiropractor. No, I'm joking.
But seriously, it angered me because this he was like aggressive, and I'm already nervous about this. But much to my chagrin, it was great. The curtain pulled back, and in walks. What did I get? You ready? What do you want when you want an anesthesiologist? I'm sending this to you. What do you want? What name do you want, Tom? What name do you want? What is the name you want? You know it. I'm sending it to you right now. It's like a magic trick. It's Penn and Teller.
What's
the name?
It's
What
the most
is-
popular Indian name.
What is it?
It's a Patel.
Yes, I got a Patel. And
Yeah.
she was awesome. She was so sweet,
Yeah.
and she was like so glad that I did all my prep right, and she was nice, and she didn't yell at me, and she was like, she took into consideration that I had a hard time with anesthesia with my hip. I almost didn't make it out of the hospital, so she took all that into consideration. She laughed about me when I said, she's like, do you smoke medical marijuana? I was like, yes, I did.
No,
She-
never tell
No,
him.
she was like, ha ha ha, I've done everybody. Look, she was cool. She was great. She was fantastic. Oh, God bless you, Patel.
So they put you to sleep, which
Well,
is, by the way, the best feeling.
I tried to fight it because I was hyper aware and I knew what I was going to get. So a couple of things that they do that's weird is that
They give you the pre-Demerol or whatever, like before they put you to sleep.
they
or
don't
no?
really give you, I didn't notice anything, maybe a little, I don't know what they gave me.
Sedative.
It seems like they maybe gassed me somehow, like gave me a little something to relax me. I don't know what it was, but I could smell the oxygen coming on. And they have you on your side and you're completely naked. and then
Where you got a hospital gown.
yeah, you have a gown on and everything. Yeah, and you're laying there, and then and the surgeon, she's going to tell you everything that she's going to do and everything. She walks you through the process, and for both procedures, mine only took 20 minutes, but for both, the whole thing, for front and back. But I remember looking at what looked like a VCR or some sort of piece of equipment. I'm laying on my side, and I was staring at it, and it had like an LED number bar on it, and it was like blinking like a VCR would be. And so I'm looking at it, and it's like got numbers on it, and I'm like, concentrate on the numbers. You can fight this. And she didn't give me the countdown, though. She was just like kind of giving me the whole like deep breathe. Another thing that's weird is because of the endoscopy, they put in basically like a ball gag kind of a thing. It's like a round hose that goes in your mouth, like right here. And then
You did go to Dr. Gimp, though.
I did go to Dr. Gimp, Ross McCoy, everybody. And you have to bite on it. It's kind of weird, but you're breathing in and out of it. And she's just like, take a couple big breaths.
It's a guide, so when they put the camera down there, it doesn't smash your lips.
Yeah.
We got a fucking doctor over here.
Yeah, that's Dr. Gimp. Let me introduce you. But no, I'm staring at this thing, and I'm like, fight it. And she's like, okay, I'm going to give you the medicine now. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. And damned if I could feel it go. I could feel it go in. I could feel it hit my arm. I could feel the coolness of it go up my arm.
It's like soothing aloe inside your body.
I could feel it enter my chest cavity. Like I could feel it come in. And then I could feel myself losing absolute control. And I can remember thinking to myself, because I really wanted to try and do it. I've always wanted to try and fight and this is the only time I've ever remembered to do it. And I was like, fight it. There's no fighting that. You can't fight that. It's so lovely. It is the greatest feeling. Why did Michael Jackson have that every night? Because if you could, you'd do it too.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, that is a great feeling, man.
The one time I've had morphine medically too, it was very much the same feeling. Like, oh, I get this.
It makes you not afraid to die, because you're like, if I die in a hospital like this, it's pretty easy. It's pretty chill way to die.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Captain Dano's saying, now you know why people love heroin. Yeah, I guess so. It does give me a little more of and I've never been one of those guys. It's like, buy your bootstraps, addict. I'm not that guy, but.
So
it's good stuff.
I've been thinking about colonoscopies a lot, because it's a thing in society that has become the trope of something that old men avoid, right?
Well, it like she says the numbers, just to give you before you go into that. The lady that did my procedure, the doctor, I keep saying surgeon, but she's not a surgeon, but she says colon cancer is absolutely on the rise. It's higher than it's ever been. With younger people, especially because of ultra-processed foods, and people getting colonoscopies and endoscopies is on the decline.
But is that taking into account the mail-in shit boxes?
Probably not. And those work too. I looked up some alternatives, and like Cologuard and some other stuff.
See, I've heard they're not.
They're not 100%, but
they're not good.
I also have heard from my proctologist that it's not the way to go. But it's his competition.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
because
and I take that into consideration
if
too.
If it's 95%, like I'm a
I had to do
gambling man.
both.
I'll take 95.
Like I had to do both because of my stomach and what they wanted to do. I was like, well, can I do one or the other? I was kind of like Scrooge. I was like, can I do both?
So
no, you got to do
Ross,
both.
Yeah.
So I started like thinking about this in the way of I was gonna bitch about there's got to be a better way than sticking a camera up someone's ass like 2025, and then also like no shit, we're all trying to avoid it. We spent our whole lives saying like, I'm not putting anything up my ass.
And then you're told at 45 you have to do it.
Yeah.
When I did it, I was talking to internationally famous comedian David Jolly about it, and he said, I will never do that. And I said, Jolly, but it could potentially save your life. He said, I would rather die. I swear to God. He said, I would rather die.
But that is what a lot. My lady, my doctor said that is a lot of people.
But I started pressing down at that. Actually, I forgot. I started pressing down on him about like what he thought it was. was, and it turns out he thought you like stood against a wall, and it was basically like prison rape. And, like a guy came in, he basically thought it was prison rape, and I told him, no, they put you out, and it's just a little camera, dude.
Yeah, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you can't even know.
That's one of our
happened.
buddies, you know.
Yes.
You realize that, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's one of our friends, very
So,
good friend of ours.
Way more successful than all of us put together right now.
So the worst part about it is the prep. You know,
Yes.
like all the like giving yourself the diarrhea, cleaning, not eating for 24 hours or like 40 hours before.
I am allowed to do that. And what I mean by that, I am afforded to do that. Like, I'm very lucky that I have a job where I can do that, that I have a wife and kid that are supportive of that. I don't know if you were just Joe average working your ass off, like it's way too difficult to go back to
your insurance denied you.
Still denied.
Yeah.
Still denied because of the way it's been coded or something that. And
it becomes
was
a pain in the ass.
Because of the way it's on the book. I spent more time on the line with the insurance company this week than even my doctor, and they were trying to juggle whether or not they didn't want to cover both procedures. I require both procedures. Then they're telling me my doctor's out of network. No, my doctor is in network. Then they're saying, well, the surgery center's out of network.
Yeah.
Okay, well, however you got to fuck me,
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Denied. If I was the owner of the insurance company, denied. because
it is Tom's Insurance.
And then
He's a different guy.
I'd be fighting the marketing of the colonoscopy business, trying to lower the age to 45. I'd be like, fuck that. It should be 60 because I don't want to pay for any of this. You know, it's all just a fight over money.
I made
obviously.
that joke, and they shook their heads. Like, it was like, why'd they moving the goalposts, huh? And they were like, yeah.
So I started looking.
Isn't it cheaper for you as the insurance company for them to catch it early, though, as opposed to like full-on fucking cancer treatment?
But the chances, it's so rare. I
They'd
guess.
rather eat the atrocities.
Yeah, because now you're telling the entire.
That's gross.
Well, you're telling the entire population who's 45 to get this, as opposed to, and then when it's like the chances of colon cancer is what 3%. So there's like, wait a minute. Like, I'm telling 100% of people to get it when the chances of getting it is 3 to, I don't know what the percentage, but it's got to be that low. You know what I'm saying? So the insurance company is like, hey, we just want to make all the money. We don't want to actually pay for anything. Like that's really our whole system is broken, starting with insurance and what we're paying for to what chances of things happening to us are.
Well, if you weren't diligent or if you didn't have time to take the phone calls in the afternoons from the insurance company, and if you didn't have a couple hours to stay on hold to debate it, to figure out and chase it, then you're just not going to get it, and then you're just going to get cancer.
Yeah.
So,
no. The most likely,
or you could. Well, no, I
there's a
understand.
97% chance you're not going to get cancer.
Yeah, but the point is that, but they're saying that it is on the rise, right?
It is.
So why aren't we making it easier to do? Like you were researching today. Like, is there an easier way to do it than this? Because this does seem like a lot of steps for humans.
And there is. And I didn't even know. And I don't know why it's not talked about. Probably because of big colonoscopy. But there is
you shrink a guy and just let him climb up there and look around.
There are virtual colonoscopies done with CT scans, right? And then so I looked this up and I started diving deep
Virtual
into this.
colonoscopy, my favorite Jamiroquai song.
Virtual colonoscopy,
They use
well, we're living in.
4
Let me
different
tell you.
treadmills.
But it's inside a butt.
You know what? You may have something.
Butt treadmills.
You may have something. What if the hat is a big turd? Like a swirly turd.
Be like, why'd you shape the tip like a top hat? I can't get past the rim.
Sir, you're going to have to take your hat off the end of the anus.
So there's virtual colonoscopies. Now,
now if you say it, that's all I think about.
So basically, it's just a CT scan where they're scanning you from the outside. But I guess in the past, you still had to do the prep. So you still had to clean yourself out and give yourself diarrhea. And all that.
They want, because like there's certain things that will show up. Like for me, it was like vegetables, nuts, seeds.
Couple raisins in there. It looks like polyps.
Yeah.
So now, and again, we don't have the science to tell the difference between a raisin and a fucking cancer polyp. But
from outside a human body, it's pretty magic. It's basically magic.
I don't know. My car drives me all around Orlando.
Saying.
You know, come on.
Dude, the maps are fucking magic at this point.
So I looked, and now they have non-laxative virtual colonoscopies where you don't have to do the prep, and essentially you just eat some sort of this dye that it's easier, and then they digitally take out the dye
They just Photoshop your polyps out. Yeah.
And then I just read something, and now it was obvious some medical article that was posted online. Who the hell knows? But some doctor was saying that it's like just as accurate as the virtual colonoscopy with the the diet cleaning yourself out, or the colonoscopy old school robot up the ass. So there are other ways to do it, which would lend a lot more people like David Jolly to go and get this if you just have to sit down and then in a CT scan.
It's also nice to see Jolly sticking with the stereotype.
Yeah,
older black guy not going to the doctor to get colonoscopy. That checks out. What's he say when he gets there? This is some bullshit. All right, well, there it is.
Or, just other people are like, oh, what are my chances of getting colon cancer? And then they tell you, or they're like, I'll take the chance.
Where are you getting this 3% figure, too? Because I thought on a long
But
enough timeline, I believe it's like 50-50, like pretty much.
Oh,
like,
yeah, but then you get to a point where they stop, even like when you're 75, I read, like, don't
you
even
get
bother.
it, and you're just going to outlive it anyway,
like
so they
prostate,
don't even fuck with. Yes.
Like prostate cancer, if a human male lives long enough, everybody 100% will get
Correct.
it. But you'll outlive it. So, like, a lot of people get that slow prostate cancer, and then in their 70s, and they're like, oh, this won't kill you till you're 120. So, you just live with it.
Cut it out. I'm going to live to 130.
A couple questions from our comments in the chat room. Norm says, for men, it's about a third of men will get colon cancer.
That's more than 3%.
Yeah,
it's like 10 times more.
That's a lot. Crystal Lapie says, I am 100% sure I'm going to regret saying this or sharing this, but I went to the ER for constipation a couple of weeks ago. I did that in New Smyrna Beach with a girlfriend. I had her drive me up to the ER because I had some stomach issues. And that's when they put that wand in my ass and they did a flush. They flushed my asshole out.
This
is colonic, I guess. Is that what that is?
I wonder how many people go to the ER because of constipation.
This is when I had morphine. My wife went out of town for like a weekend one time, and so I started eating like an absolute animal.
Yes.
I was eating fucking what are those? I was eating nothing but steakums. And like, and just beer, Ahoy, and so like
steakums and beer,
and then so like
you are a real American.
Saturday night of like the weekend, she left. I started having, I'm eating fucking like super buttered popcorn in bed watching a movie, and I got real bad stomach pain to the point where I was like, oh, I think my what's the one that you get taken out? Not the pancreas,
gallbladder.
Appendix, gallbladder.
I think my appendix is exploding. It felt that fucking bad. And so I got my neighbors to watch the kids. I buzzed up to the ER, and they were about to take my appendix out until another doctor, like,
wait, I smell shit.
The sub doctors were all like, yes, it's appendix, clearly. And then another doctor came in and was like, hold on, give him a little bit of morphine. They gave me some morphine. I was like, I feel better. And he's like, it's not your appendix. You just got fucking indigestion. And it was true. And you could tell because the appendix pain.
That was a close one. That was a close one.
They're not scanning anything.
They cut his legs off.
I was arguing with the guy. Like, he came in, and I was in such bad pain. He was like, we're going to do a couple of things to make sure it is your appendix. I was like, no, just take it out. I'm in so much pain. And the guy's like, I was like, the other doctor said, and he's like, I'm the real doctor. And we'll settle this. And it wasn't my appendix. Yeah, it was crazy.
That other man is a janitor.
Let's take a break.
You want to take a break?
And then we'll, when we come back, we got a bunch of things to go through. Daniel's got a bunch of videos to show me.
Oh, some funny ones to make Ross laugh.
David Lee Roth apparently has some audio of him singing that, this happens every once in a while.
Like an angel?
Of course, yeah.
Did The Weeknd bring him out for the Atlanta show or something?
I've been waiting. No, he's back on tour. Like, do you remember just a little while ago, he did a show. It was right around the time that Sammy Hagar was doing that stupid video for the song. He said that he had a dream and Eddie Van Halen visited him in a dream or whatever. But anyway, it's the epitome of dumb old man. You're going to love it.
I love Van Halen lore. There's so much Van Halen lore.
You know what? I don't know if we get that anymore because of social media. Like, you don't really get the...
I don't know that many other bands have like as much backstory as Van Halen. There's just so much story to them.
Rock seems to do that. Rappers too, like like old rappers, I feel like.
Well, it's the length of time if they're still active.
Yeah.
Like most, if it's been 30 plus 40 years, it's like there's a lot there.
True.
Just from time.
You're seeing it a little bit with the passing of Brent Hines from Mastodon. You're seeing like like my timeline, I don't know about you guys, but like it's nothing but shared stories from friends of his, like still going on, of just photos and like this guy was so funny and was so great and all this stuff. Like really, you can see like what a void and what a sadness. You know, like I don't even think I understood how big of a force in rock and roll music Brent Hinds was. Very sad, but if you are a Mastodon fan, my heart goes out to you. We're going to play some rock and roll today. In fact, we're coming back. I want to play some Steel Beans, and then I'm going to show Tom and Ross, unless do you know Steel Beans? Okay. I'm going to show you guys Steel Beans when we return. But before that, you're going to hear the Technicolors. The name of the song is named after a Spice Girl. The name of the song is Posh Spice. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for emails. If you'd like to get read a little bit later, we'll be right back.
It's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You crack-ass motherfuckers.
Down inside, woman, you need it.
So, Steel Beans.
Yeah, you want to see some Steel
Tell me
Beans? All right, hold on.
Explain to the audience what Steel Beans.
I'm going to put this up so everybody can see him, too. This is Steel Beans performing at the Carapote, and this is him live. All right, so you're going to get to see kind of what he does here. He's a one-man band. Watch it how he plays.
So he's playing guitar and drums.
Yeah.
Just for everybody who can't see.
And singing.
So he's got a guitar in his hand and a drumstick in his strumming hand.
Yeah, which is his right hand.
Yeah.
So here we go. Getting the audience going. There he goes. He's singing, drumming.
Pretty damn impressive.
That's pretty cool.
That's Steel Beans. He's literally a one-man. He does hammer-ons with his left hand for the chords, you know, and then when he can pick, he will. But most of the time, he's
using his right hand to drum.
It's also amazing that he's a well-fed boy working that hard. He's a well-fed man.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is a well-fed boy.
He could work a harmonica in there if he's really trying.
Yeah, you think he's like, it's pretty cool, right? There's a little Steel Bean, so you can go check him out.
I wonder how you develop that skill.
Having no friends.
I was going to say the same thing, yeah.
Hey, it's sad that that's how every magician does, get so good, and every magician.
they're all tortured with their kids. It's like literally the saddest time of their lives.
Yeah,
and then only at the end of their lives are maybe
because they practice so much they could do shit like this, and then everybody in the crowd's like, whoa.
You guys have all seen him probably on TikTok or Instagram. Like, you just don't know his name is Steel Beans.
This represents a lifetime of loneliness. Because how else could you get that good at something like this?
I got a friend. I won't say who it is because he listens to the show, but I got a friend who was that guy. You know, never came out of his room, and he became a guitar virtuoso.
Yeah.
But he was so comfortable playing alone that all he could really do with his talent is teach. He could never really perform.
Yeah. That makes sense.
He couldn't play on stage. You know, like he was probably the greatest electric guitar player that I've ever come in contact with in my life. But he's only good for like playing along or playing he could play with a band in a room together. Like we could jam with him.
Yeah, but he doesn't want the attention of playing on stage.
Never did a gig. Not even perform one gig. Not even one time. He just did straight to lessons and straight to school, and he was just a musician. Like a lonely musician.
To be famous or to be so talented you get famous, it comes with a lot of skills beyond even the talent that it takes to get to that. And there's some luck. There's some people the same exact, and then all of a sudden they have luck. You know, there's a lot of humans in this world and not that many spaces for, entertainers,
Now more so than ever, though, I feel like, right? Like the bar is lower than it's ever been if you wanted to be famous.
In stand-up, I've seen, like, there's people with, like, natural talent.
Yeah.
And then there's people that work hard. And if you can put those two together, if you can be Preacher Lawson, have the talent and work your ass off, you're golden. But if you're just going to do one or the other, working your ass off beats talent every time.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
They say that in like the NFL and sports and stuff, that the guy that, although there's got to be some baseline talent, I think.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking of a guy, and I will tell him to you, and he is the most untalented Adam Murray. Adam Murray is very successful, and he's the most untalented motherfucker I've ever met in my life, but he never stopped. Yeah. He was relentless. He was a shark, and he was a fucking dumb shark with a really low ridge that could barely break the surface, but he like kept at it, and he got a break, and he worked it, and he's super successful.
Yeah. But he's successful at acting and getting into movies.
I also have another guy in mind who was super fucking talented, didn't really work, and I'm not going to name him because I like him, but is now just working a job, you know?
Oh, didn't Adam Murray buy some expensive sports cars the other day?
I mean, what isn't he buying? That guy. I know he walked into the Tudor watch store and just picked out whatever he wants. I know that.
Just because I can't hold it in,
what's happening? Are you pooping?
No, I looked up the percentages of colon cancer.
You have to be right. Don't do it because because if you do it, you let your wife win. Hold it inside. Hold it inside.
1 out of 24, which is 4%, and I guess 3, so I was pretty goddamn close.
Do I have to put the camera on you?
No, I'm just saying.
I put the camera on you.
I knew it was into 1 and 3. That's way too high.
Okay, there you go.
Anyway, so
we're gonna get some more emails about that, and then he'll look it up again.
Google told me.
It's a good. I think it's a good.
I trust Google.
It is a good waste of time.
You did really qualify that search, though. You were like, I searched it in the Google AI in a certain frame of the window.
You know what? Case closed.
Hive intelligence of the world.
I found the answer I wanted, and I stopped looking.
Yeah. That's the way you do it. What, I keep looking for what? Anyway, let's talk about David Lee Roth.
Okay, do you want me to play this video? It's so good. Okay, when is it time to hang it up? I mean, for anything.
It's hard because it should be up to him. Who cares? He built his career. He could ruin it. And he's not ruining it.
I agree with that.
He can make a fool out of himself.
I agree with that.
You can do whatever you want as a person. Now, whether, like, it goes, what was the entertainer that was so old that people were, like, criticizing?
You're talking about the Frankie Valli zombie performances?
Frankie Valli, yeah. People were criticizing the people around him because they're like, well, is he even...
Somebody is dollying him onto stage.
That's what they were saying.
Does he know what's going on?
Yeah. And then he released a statement, I think, where they dollied him out, and then he was like, "They're not dollying me out. I'm doing this because I love it." And then you see
wheel me away.
You see them and the dolly in the background. Like that was like right after that happened.
It's like the Britney Spears thing. Like, do you just
what's going on with that? What's going on with her right now?
Do you just let someone post the crazy videos that make themselves look crazy, and everybody's like, it's uncomfortable. It's like, and like that person should have the right to do whatever they want, but should you, as a close friend or family, maybe dissuade them from doing this to make themselves look
in a
crazy?
World where like people make livings doing that on TikTok? No, go do your thing, girl.
Yeah, but she's already made a living and has enough money. This is not for money.
You never have enough money.
Yeah, but this does nothing to help her, Ross. She's only hurting herself or making her image look bad. Like, this doesn't help Britney Spears by posting these videos.
To dance with a weird weave.
She got nude the other day. You see the nude one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for that.
Completely nude. We're literally minutes away from a OnlyFans, a slip up, a video that gets released. I mean, we're so close.
I mean, she's already, posted. I guess
and when they get super crazy, they get hypersexual.
Yeah. I know.
But they'll also cut your tires and do weird shit.
David Lee Roth.
Okay. Okay.
He's dating Britney Spears.
I can just play it. Do you want me just to play it?
Yeah. Because is this one of these audio video or like audio from the mixing console?
No,
or is it from the crowd?
This is from the crowd, and it's just like his stage performance. You could only describe it as like cheesy. He's always been cheesy.
Oh yeah,
and he's always been. But this is like, I don't even know how to describe this. It's just weird, and I think it'll make you laugh. I think everybody should. If you haven't seen the video, I mean, the audio is bad enough, but if you can watch it with the video, it's very beneficial. But here's a little David Lee Roth for you. This is David Lee Roth live from I think 2 weeks ago. Here we go. Let me turn it up here so you can hear him.
How old is he now?
Is he 70? In his 70s?
It's got to be, right?
I want to say he's like 72, maybe.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look at it before we play it. I want to see what his age is.
Yeah, he'd have to be like 75.
You think so?
I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty. I say he looks pretty good for his age because I think.
Yeah,
he's,
70.
Yeah, he's always taking care of himself. Okay, here we go. David Lee Roth from 2 weeks ago. I like the little.
It sounded like he sat on something.
Yeah, I want to hear that one again. That was good. This one right here is good right here.
What's that sound? Here she comes with them top down. Burning up the avenue.
He's not even on the right pitch.
No.
Yeah.
It's like my shoes burning down the avenue.
You know, as
Model
you get
citizen.
as you get older, your voice deepens, and he's trying to get up to that like 1982. He was 25.
Yeah, he has
that
samurai
high note.
swords.
And
Yeah,
he can't do it anymore.
It gets worse here.
Model citizen, zero discipline.
Model citizen, zero discipline. Then he's doing like his shimmy dog ham bullshit.
So,
just hear the chorus of Panama. Here
oh, you got some help though.
Well, Van Halen, one of the coolest things about Van Halen back in the day is that you would get like decent backing vocals from like Michael Anthony and Alex Van Halen and Eddie, and so they would sing like the background. It was cool, and they could harmonize. Michael Anthony is an underappreciated background singer, I feel like.
You know what? It dawned on me. I was like, should we decide? Like,
Yes.
I'm talking about us as a show.
Yeah, because I feel like
when to quit.
Yeah,
Like,
because a couple of weeks
because-
ago, I'm pretty sure I was like, like, you know what I mean? I think I was. You're pushing me around. I'm sniffing people's hair.
Right. Listen, right after your hip surgery, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's.
Yeah. Look at this beer.
I started quickly.
Did you see me sniffing Max's hair? He brought Max over there.
I started listening to real radio again. I'm like, oh shit, when am I gonna see what they're doing? Maybe I'll get a job over here. I'm joking. But should we decide when to hang it up and not be in the public eye anymore? Because
Didn't we kick this around once before? Didn't we kick around like an end date?
No, but there's no really live performances. I guess we do a show live,
like
but
literally every fucking day.
Yeah. But I guess because it happens so gradually, maybe the listeners that are left in 20 years, if we're still 30 years, that they won't notice how bad it is. Because
they notice. They tell me. They email me all the time.
We're
what the fuck, Dan?
We're comparing him to his current self from 25 years ago. It's unfair.
Here's the problem I have with it. It's that I feel like if he would. I feel like he would benefit from a coach of some sort sitting him down and saying, "You look great." Because I'm not here to assassinate all things he's doing poorly, right? You look great. For your age, you've got good rhythm. Your backing band is really good. You need to concentrate on doing the things that you can do well and executing the song in a way that's going to leave people not wondering what you were, but what you are now.
Stop trying to do what you did
Yes.
40 years ago
Yes.
and adopt the now.
You know who does a good job of that? Boy George. His voice is fucking trashed, but he knows what he has. So he goes out there and he gives you the best that he can with what he has instead of trying to be what he was.
But that's hard for him and entertainers when the audience, they want the songs from 30 years ago. You're saying, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's what they remember, and that's what they don't want some new song you just came up with.
But don't do the new song. But I'm just saying, execute the old songs in a way that's feasible. You're not even. It'd be It'd be like Maisie being 70 years old and trying to do the same aerials and front roundoffs that she does.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you scale it back to what you should do?
It's like when Brady's 70 years old, it's like let's put him back in the uniform and have him play current day NFL, and then we're comparing like, oh, they're killing him. It's like you can't even throw. And then it's like you have to play. He needs to play in the senior citizens league with a bunch of other old people.
Zero discipline, senior citizens.
And then he'll look pretty good against other 70-year-olds. So that as most of them didn't make it, so it's hard to even find a 70-year-old, especially linemen.
It just sounds like pitch-wise and everything. You're trying to do too much. It's like, has anybody ever pulled you aside and said, okay, like, what is your register? Like, what can you sing? Let's sit down on a piano and
Not
see.
that anymore.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, honestly, what I'm talking about is preparation. That's all I'm talking about.
I could make it even simpler than that. Like, what's he doing right? He's like wearing all leather. Check. He's rock starred out.
Looks
He's
good.
Dancing. He's got the audience engaged.
He moves good, sunglasses.
He's got 100 years of songs to draw from that people love. All he needs to do is get up there and be like, y'all remember Panama? And then hold the mic out to the crowd on the parts he can't sing.
Yeah.
Sing the parts you can't sing.
Yeah.
And when you get to the part you can't, hold the mic out to the crowd. They'll sing it for you, dude.
But I definitely wouldn't go out there and go, I wouldn't do that.
Or hire a backup singer that plays the keyboard that basically sings and you sing along with them, so the whole song sounds decent and you're just accompanying them, because people in the crowd, they know what they're getting. They're just like, they're like, look at him go.
Or a literal skeleton on stage. Just play a fucking backing track. Just play the song.
No one cares.
And kind of sing to it.
The chat room took it out of my out of my head, but Megadeth announced that. And I thought it was one more album, but I guess it's one more tour. And I kind of liked that. I thought it was pretty cool. This is from Ghost of Manute Bull in our Twitch chat room. He says, Megadeth just announced they were done with one more tour. Dave Mustaine is in his 60s. He said it was time. He's going to spend his retirement years complaining about Metallica. There you go.
All right.
I was just listening to Megadeth.
Which is, I think that is the way to do it. And I bet you Metallica does something very similar. Because, I just saw them and they sounded amazing.
Is it true they're doing a residency at the Sphere in Vegas? Or is that just bullshit?
If they were, I would tell you to take Tommy, and I might tag along. Holy shit. Like, I would have to see that. That Backstreet Boys, I'm not even a Backstreet Boys fan. I have friends that have gone to that fucking Backstreet Boys Sphere. Dan Thompson, my buddy, did. He took his whole family there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He's been to like 4 shows at the Sphere. He says there's nothing like it.
It seems like a good business model to have, people do residencies there for a year at different bands and stuff. And for the band itself, that you get a place nearby. You're just like, it's a cush gig. And the Sphere itself adds so much entertainment to the show that it's like it is the location's doing everything for you, really. Because it's such a crazy visual experience.
Well, I think you work with pardon me, I think you work with their designers.
And did you design the whole show?
Yeah, and then some of those people have worked, they say in upwards of years for what they put out there. But I think that's amazing. I think it's sad that Vegas has the Sphere. I think we should have the Sphere. Or we should have one. We're cooler than Vegas. We're not as disgusting as Vegas. I want a Orlando Sphere. We need a Sphere.
Vegas is really, I've heard, maybe it's just in my algorithm.
I'm going next month for the first time, so give me all your Vegas info.
Well, you should be able to get some great deals because tourism is at an all-time, it's the lowest it has ever been in the history of the city.
Okay. Yeah, and so that's what I was going to mention is that the tourism is down in Vegas a lot, and they're trying to,
you probably picked a decent time to get some value out of it.
It's got to be, some part of it is it's easy to gamble on apps, especially in sports and stuff. And
I didn't think about that. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. People used to travel to Vegas when the lines got put up every year, or like Super Bowl stuff. You used to go and make bets, and it's like
Sweet 16 or something like that.
Yeah, and it was a reason to take a trip, and then they, they take the trip around the gambling, and then there's no reason for that anymore, especially with sports. And then even like a lot of other casino games, like shit, you go to the Hard Rock if you want to play roulette, blackjack, and stuff like. And there's not a reason to fly all the way to Nevada, and like.
Oh, well, Ross is finding these little mom and pop casinos.
Buzz down to the Calder Casino in Miami.
It gives you the same juice.
After you told me that, I became obsessed with independent casinos, and dude, they're out there. There are pockets of areas like where, and then it kind of got me into other independent things, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Okay, so did you do this? Because I was thinking about it after that show too, and I went to Google Maps and just Googled casino, see like what the closest casino is. There are various sites on the map around here that are labeled like such and such casino, but when you look at it in Google, it's like a laundry front. It's the front of like a dry cleaners or something. And then when you click on their website, it takes you to like the scammiest gambling website you've ever seen in your life. Have you seen this before?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Because
what is that?
They're casinos, but the odds aren't set up they're set up in a way, it's kind of like Delta 9 is with THC. So it's the Delta 9 of casinos.
A loophole? I love loopholes.
So essentially the Florida law defines what casinos are, and you can get around that. The same thing, remember when fantasy football first started in Florida, there was kiosks around. I did advertising for these in the radio. And
oh yeah, I remember this.
And so, they got around gambling because they were like
they would sell you an Oreo cake stir, but you got a free gamble with it.
Yeah. Remember the yellow ones are the peanut butter flavored.
They consider it a game of skill, instead of a game of chance. And then the way you pay out too determines whether the legality of it. So like you could pay out in some sort of vouchers that are redeemable in other ways. Like it's just a loophole. And then like,
I love it.
So and then internally, some of these places are straight up casinos because they're like, fuck it, there's not enough regulators to even catch us. And so like sometimes you get in there.
Is this a variation of what Sheriff Ivan Lopez was doing in Osceola County?
Yeah. I think that went on for years. You know what I'm saying? And
that
was
rich.
And
I've been wanting to do this.
And I think there was a hybrid between like there was some illegal casino activity, but then also the slot machines that worked on a different voucher system that technically was a loophole. And
we
gotta
get into this.
It's free money because
I just want to dip my toe.
Guess what? Casinos always win, just like insurance companies and everything, because it's math, and you cannot beat math.
We should get people gambling on pinball.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Well, all you gotta do is as soon as you take the rake, is the vigorish is what you need, and then you 100% win.
This guy's a doctor and he's a fucking con man.
He knows a lot of things.
Well, that's the thing.
He knows a lot of things, and here's something I learned: never wrong about stuff.
Yeah. Because the house takes 5 cents on the dollar. Who gives a shit who wins or not? I'm taking 5 cents on every dollar.
Enjoy yourself.
Anyway.
Have a great time.
Tom, if we start a poker room and you show up with an actual rake, I'm gonna be very upset.
So
I got the hold on, let me show. When we do my other video of the day.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do this one? Okay, this is supposedly from TikTok. This is supposedly new footage from we've been having recently we've been having this crazy weather, crazy storms, and this is supposedly a cow that's flying in a tornado.
Check out this rare video of a cow flying in a tornado.
Oh, there he is. There he goes.
This is probably true.
4 legs as the cow rotates.
I've seen.
What do you think's going? There he is. Yeah, I'll just pause it right there so you can see. What do you think's going through his head?
It's just like the parasailing donkey. It doesn't understand because it's not part of its evolution.
I don't even think it knows. It probably doesn't even it's probably. Is it panicked?
Maybe a cow's intelligence is pretty low,
but the barometric pressure. Don't they realize things are...
It's scared. I know that.
Yeah, I think it is terrifying.
It's impossible for it to be calm.
Is it shitting?
I mean, there's some shit, I'm sure. But it's just flying around and, still alive. Unless it's already been killed. It could have been, knocked over and killed, and then it got sucked up.
Listen to what they say here.
It is possible the cow landed gently, given the updrafts.
It's possible the cow landed gently, given the updrafts.
Oh, yeah, maybe it landed in a pool full of champagne.
Now, there is weird...
It's possible.
That's the picture of today's show.
Okay.
Is a cow landing in a pool of champagne.
All right, we're going to ask Ripley's Believe It or Not. We're going to ask ChatGPT about
Wait a minute,
Ripley's
do you think ChatGPT is Ripley's Believe It or Not? We have a fucking huge problem. Oh, no, we have a huge problem. You've been using it as your own personal Ripley's. Oh, fuck. This guy's dumber than I thought. fuck? What do we do?
Oh
my God.
no.
Ripley's ChatGPT it or not?
Because when I got the Ripley's Believe It or Not book, which I thought was fact, in the book it said like one time there was a tornado that sucked a baby up, or a baby or a kid, something like that, and then the kid ended up in a tree like miles from the house, still alive and well in a tree.
In Little House, I've explained to you guys before. Little House on the Prairie was kind of like the child's version of the real book Laura Ingalls Wilder's made.
Okay.
In the real version of Little House on the Prairie that she wrote, I forget what it was called, but she put like all the horror stories in, like the lady that went nuts in the winter and killed her husband and shit. And in that version of Little House on the Prairie, there's a tale where 2 kids got sucked up by a tornado, and then like the weather dispersed and they were like looking for him, and like minutes later the kid falls out of the clear blue sky dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, did you ask ChatGPT, did a kid get sucked up in a tornado and end up in a tree?
It says Ripley's Believe It or Not. It says, unfortunately, there is no mention found of that.
There's no evidence of...
No, but it did find there's a verified and deeply moving incident from December 2023 in Clarksville, Tennessee. A 4-month-old baby named Lord was miraculously lifted by a tornado along with his bassinet and survived landing in a tree like a cradle.
This happened in 2023?
Yeah, and his name is Lord. Come on.
2 years ago?
Come on. Lord, come on.
And this is verified that this happened.
It says verified, but what does that even mean?
Yeah, well,
what is verified by who? The stupid people that made up the story?
Yeah, the parents, the balloon boy parents that said
exactly.
this happened. Yeah,
the hyper-Christian parents that named their son Lord that wanted to use this because they wanted you to believe in God as well? I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird, right?
Yeah. Because you're like, how would the baby stay in the bassinet when it's being lifted off the ground? Why was the baby, like, how did that even happen? Did their whole entire house get ripped apart and they weren't huddled in a bathroom?
Okay, I found it. So Laura Ingalls Wilder and her husband, the guy she's gonna marry, Almanzo, they're out for like a courting ride, and they see this tornado.
Is that when you tried to finger in the buggy?
Yeah, they were definitely trying to.
Fingering in the buggy is good.
And what year is this?
I don't have that information, but I think they were pre-Civil War out there. So they see a thunderstorm start. It produces funnel clouds. They go home. Pa goes out to help anybody that he can find. The Pa comes back, says a homestead got struck. 2 boys on mules got hit. One of the boys died. And then the weird part was the tornado had stolen the front door. It ripped the front door off this house, and the door dropped out of the sky way later. The door dropped out of the sky in basically the same spot way later.
Gotcha. So they just added the boy in there. This will make it better.
No, the kids died, but I conflated the two.
Okay, gotcha.
That's fine. It's totally okay.
Where are the rest of the cows? You never see a single cow out there walking. Cows go in herds. That's well known. This tornado came around, picked up 1 cow.
The lightest cow, you would imagine, right? Not the heaviest cow.
Or the most aerodynamically scoopable cow.
True.
Big ears.
Maybe a flappy belly. Like if a cow had gastric bypass and then had a lot of loose skin.
Like Dumbo.
I would feel like a cow with a lot of loose skin would be more of a target than a big fat stretched cow.
The others got flinged off, and this one just continued to twirl around within the vortex.
Yeah.
The problem with cow gastric bypass is 4 fucking stomachs. You're going to get that surgery 4 fucking times?
That's true. I still remember that video. You remember the video I would tell you guys about where they had the dial on the outside of the cow? It's burned into my brain from science, and then they undo the dial on the side of the cow and reach into the cow's stomach.
Yeah. They do something where cows get bloat, and then they'll put some sort of stabbing thing that they'll let the methane gas out of it, and they can light it on fire. It'll blow towards a part of their body. They're just sitting there. They have no idea.
I get blow. You gonna blow towards me? Come on, it's too much.
So Ross, I got a mission for you that me and Daniel. I didn't even tell Daniel about this.
I like this. I like when he signs me up for missions that he hadn't told me about.
I want to buy a ticket for you to see the show, and then you come back and report back to us how Chevy Chase was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you seen all the different Christmas shows we're getting this season?
No.
Okay, so in the Central Florida area, we're getting a Macaulay Culkin meet and greet after you watch Home Alone.
Really? At like the Enzion or something?
We're getting, it might be, I can't remember what that one is. We're also getting Ralphie from Christmas Story. We're getting Peter Billingsley will be here. And then we're getting Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation. I think that one's at Dr. Phillips.
So
Dr. Phillips, yeah.
These movie stars that were in these iconic films are
no longer working.
And are no longer working. Are touring around, just basically showing the film and then doing a after talk about it to the audience, and then upcharging. I'm sure a lot of
So you can see the same thing you've seen 3,000 times.
And then they'll tell you about their experience filming the movie or whatever, this iconic movie, and then they're making.
So when I slapped my face and said,
what was the motivation for the face slapping and the Brute by Fabergé?
It's actually a smart idea because I feel like a lot of people would go see Home Alone and then see Macaulay Culkin talk after, like you're seeing a celebrity, and then they could easily do it and put on a stage. And
when are we doing the 10-year anniversary of our documentary? I'm trying to make some fucking money in this bitch.
Yeah. But Chevy Chase. Now, the others that don't have the reputation Chevy Chase has of being just the most colossal dickhead of all time.
Which hurts my heart because as a young boy,
he seems super cool.
Well, I mean, imagine I was born in '76, and my comedy always ran higher than my maturity level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was always into stuff that I had no business listening to. I knew what it meant. I don't know why, but I would watch. He was handsome. He was funny, but he was a cock. He's
National Lampoon's, the whole Lampoon
series. He was a cool
series.
dad.
SNL.
He's just a dick.
SNL,
He's a dick.
And the stores, you've seen the stories about Community and him being on that show,
Yes.
and then like from every coworker, all the other cast is like this guy. I mean, he got in a fight with what's his name from the Soup.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale, who seems like a nice guy, but
we talked to him. We used to have Joel McHale before he became super famous. Joel McHale we used to have his cell phone number, and we used to call him every week.
He used to do a bit on the radio.
He did a bit on the Monsters, yeah.
He would do bits on the different terrestrial radio shows trying to promote the Soup, which is the guy must be a hard ass worker, by the way. But
he's
anyway,
a nice guy.
I just want to see do you think that how can Chevy Chase be a dick after watching this movie and just being up there? Like, I'm sure some of the audience questions he's going to be mad at, right? Like, he's going to be a dick somehow. Or could you walk away from it and be like, hey, it seemed like a nice guy to me?
I think he keeps it very surface, if I had to guess.
Because everybody describes him so poorly that it's like he can't not
But that's
be a
people
dick.
that's worked with him. Do we
And
have
in personal life, I wonder if as a performer he gets on stage and it's just like, I gotta do what the audience needs, no matter what.
Okay, that could be the case.
Like, you hear stories that he's a dick to like people in life, but you never hear, boy, he didn't give it all on stage. You never hear bad things about his performances.
It's like Ellen on her show.
Right.
Yeah, like the guests, and were like, oh, she was nice to me. Yeah, well, you were doing the show with her. Like, she was horrible to her staff.
Correct.
Have we heard him being a dick to, like, fans of his? Because we know that
sure. Yeah.
We know the story. Okay, well, like we've had the Bill Murray story that when the guy that does impression, Jay Farrow, when Jay Farrow was on our show, he tells that story about Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And Bill Murray kind of has a similar reputation, not as bad as Chevy's, but he does have that reputation of like he's funny and he pops up places and he's good to people, but also can be difficult to work with. He has an essay kind of a deal that happened on set. And then they canceled that movie or whatever. That was a couple of years ago.
He's eccentric, kind of nutty.
Yeah, maybe takes the joke too far, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Do we have any of Chevy being rude to, like a kid walks up wants an autograph and Chevy's like, "Oh, fuck you."
I'm sure if you looked it up, there's lots of.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
There's lots of experiences with the public that makes them look bad.
But I wonder if those guys it's been so long because like they've been celebrities for so long. I'm thinking of Steve Martin, who famously has if you come up and ask him for an autograph, he has cards in his pocket that he gives you and it says, "Here's a card that says you met Steve Martin," and he just gives you that and tells you to fuck off.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Those are funny though. I have a friend that has one. Yeah,
like it's interesting because being a dick into your fans or whatever, like it's super subjective and depends on the situation. I recently saw a TikTok with Eminem, and he was talking about when he first became famous. Like he'd do his shows, and then after he'd be signing autographs, and then people were like so like they'd be like, hey, you helped me survive. I was going to kill myself and you helped me through it. And then you write this long letter to him. And then if like his staff and people are like, hey, you can't be writing these letters. Like you're clogging up the system. All these people have to leave. You know what I'm saying? There's lines of people. So then it's like, oh, okay. Then you have to get faster and faster to the point where like the people in your team are like, hey, you can't stop for autographs. You can't make everybody happy.
Right.
So then there's always that last person like, hey, Eminem signed my, and then you're like, I gotta go, and then that's the only thing you see.
He has that new documentary.
It's like refusing, and you didn't see the 100 autographs he signed before.
Is that what you're watching?
Maybe.
There's a new documentary that Eminem is doing. I think the single that he recorded for it came out today. It's called Stands. And I think the whole documentary is about kind of like, I think it is a documentary about him, but I think he dips his toe into a lot of the people that wrote him that were a stan, from that song, like a troubled person that maybe he really did touch that. I mean, there were some, there's a Juggalo, We Don't Belong Anywhere kind of a vein that runs through Eminem.
Fans.
And
for
sure.
That's very similar of like, I'm this person that I don't fit in anywhere, but I fit in somehow with Eminem.
Yeah.
Well,
and that speaks to people when you're lonely, I like that.
The poor trailer park kid that's listening to the white trailer park kid in hip hop tell his story. It was like, my mom's a drug addict and I'm poor too. It's like
the only thing I can afford to do to my head is bleach my hair too.
Yeah.
Although I bet your mom doesn't look like Kim Basinger fucking on that couch in the double wide.
There's no Mekhi Phifer.
Remember that scene? Oh, wow. Wooey. Man, I wish my mom looked like Eminem's mom in 8 Mile.
There's also some interest. Like, I also heard this rumor that Eminem, at one time, like, he was so famous, and it was like, he started getting famous around 98, 99, 2000, and then like in the early 2000s, super famous, right? But that was the same time like internet porn and like streaming started coming out, but he was so insulated from the world that he didn't even know like that internet porn existed at one time. There's someone who tells a story like his manager or something like
he's not horny enough though.
Well, he just didn't he didn't have the same experience as other humans on this planet because he was so famous at a certain time that he started and then like basically blocked himself off from society and then like lived this weird life where
he didn't know internet porn existed because he was having his bodyguards pick 3 chicks out of the audience every night.
Well, it's
he didn't have to.
He
did have a drug-induced time where he was so famous and just kind of. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
He didn't know about the Arby's 2 for $5 deal either because he had a personal fucking chef. Like,
Well, but it's also like
2 for $5 rules.
It's beef and cheddar, dude. All
RBQs are not bad.
Yeah, I will have a beef and cheddar
chicken,
right fucking now. Try me.
Pretty good.
And then back then, there was no social media, and there's like the beginnings of the internet. So you've essentially cut yourself off from the regular world, and you're living this bizarro life as a super
you weren't
celebrity.
Sharing daily what you did. You weren't sharing daily your location or what you were into. You would release albums, and then the internet would react to it, and then people would be like using the internet, but it wasn't like the way we are now. I mean, the way we are now, you can almost look at it like there is a string or a constant beam of light or energy into our pocket that is interacting. You know what I mean? Like where we're going, my phone listening to Ross saying, let's say Ross says, steak 'em, like he said an hour ago. Mm-hmm. My phone is now, the lightning rod picks up steak. You know what I mean? Like it's a different ballgame.
Old internet was more static. It was more like you put something up and just left it there and waited.
This one's more living, and I don't think it, for those of us that are older, I don't even think I use it as much as I used to. I do feel like my internet usage is on the decline.
Yeah.
Because ChatGPT, way more efficient, right? I go and I ask it one question, it gives me one answer, and then I go do my task. Yeah. I don't sit there on the internet getting distracted by things.
Yeah, that's
I don't use the internet as much anymore. ChatGPT is like literally like when I get home, I put my phone away. That's a weird thing for me.
Huh. Well, instead of like being like you start getting in the internet to search for one thing. I mean, that's how Time Suck started with Dan Cummins. It's like, he's on the road and he starts getting into one thing, and then you get down this rabbit hole of different stuff, and it's bizarro information that you never even intended to search. But next thing you know, hours of your life have gone by, and you just read a bunch of nonsense, and that's what happens. It's like same thing with now you're scrolling reels, and you're just like, oh shit, it's stealing my time.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I thought of this, but while we were talking, I started thinking of like the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift engagement.
Yeah.
And,
What
like,
do you think about that? We haven't even talked about
What
it.
happened?
It's I think about it is I'm sad that these two people, and it sounds ridiculous, but this is the only take that I think no one talks about.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I do look at these two people and like, man, what a bizarre way to do this and get married. And then in the ultimate public, light, and everybody's analyzing every fucking thing you do.
They kind of have to do it that way, right?
Well, yeah, this, they wanted. I mean, they opted into this, and this is part of what the reality of it. But they'll never like. What a bizarre way to have a relationship, where now you have this super public relationship, and it's impossible to go anywhere public at all.
Yeah.
And I know it's like, okay, well, no one's crying for them because they're fucking rich, but it's like they'll never in the history of their lives ever be able to experience a regular human marriage.
It's funny because
it's bizarre, and like whether or not it lasts is one thing, but it's just because it's hard enough for regular marriages to last.
Well,
but it's like this is bizarre way to live.
The odds are against them, but I wish them the best because I want everybody's marriage to succeed. What's interesting is that she writes a lot of songs that are very touching to people that go through the normal wedding, right? Like what we've all three of us here have been through, 3 pretty normal weddings. And it's funny because
Four.
4. That's true. Maybe even 5. Maybe close to 5. Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that. As a historian, you've been here since the beginning.
3.
I appreciate the correction. Thank you, Rob.
3 weddings where Crystal wore, the dress, and then I had, 2 bear suits of normal.
Yeah, 2 bear suits and a pirate shirt. And then I did the normal. You did the normal. What's interesting though is that what you're describing, she won't have.
No,
like the sing-songy, and what I mean by
it's not even
sing-songy
that
is like,
good,
but just the romantic, the simple, loving. Like, I mean, there's gonna be love at that wedding. I think it's real. Like, and I'm glad that they're happy. That's what I'm saying is the thing that she like sort of quests on writing, and the point of view that I think she writes and speaks to a lot of young women. I don't know if she's gonna get that. And then so I do kind of see the sadness that you're referencing because I loved my wedding. It's one of my greatest memories that I have. I cherish that day with all my heart. It's amazing.
The part that's going to be missing is like it was a ceremony. Even your fake ones were ceremonious, What her and his is going to be is a performance. It's all going to be devoted to the show of it all and very little to the actual melding of two people together, I feel like.
Yeah, but I guess it's all kind of a performance. Even the regular weddings, you go through
even mine
the standard of whatever. But it's still it's a bizarre way for humans to live where it's like every goddamn thing is scrutinized, and it's like you cannot have just this normal relationship where,
What they've got going for them, though, is they both seem to enjoy that. It seems to be very much
working,
up both their alleys to be just completely under the spotlight.
Of course.
And good for them because that's the only way it's going to work if you both appreciate it.
That's fine for them. I feel bad if they have a kid, the kid did not opt into that, and that kid will be under the exact same spotlight. And
worse.
That's going to be a bad spot to grow up.
Yeah.
Maybe worse.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift is your parents.
Yeah. If you're a boy, big dick. If you're a girl, you'll be cute. Tall and cute. All right.
Yeah. Then,
that guy's got a big ding dong. You know he does.
Yeah, he does.
Because he's a big tight end. Tight ends, I think they did a study.
Dude.
I honestly think they did a study of tight ends have the biggest cocks of all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. You don't think for a second he can't play football worth a shit. But you don't think for a second Atlanta Falcons got the biggest ding dong on our tight end?
Yeah, Pitts, big old Pitts.
Pitts. Yeah. Pitt's got a big old dick. You know he does.
Yeah.
He can't play football worth a damn.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I want to
factor in. You should get like an extra try at the coin flip or something if your team has the biggest.
I thought Jerry Jones made so many comments on ding dongs. Maybe it would have happened. Maybe it would have happened, but then he traded old Michael Parsons, booted him on out of there.
I was talking shit. I was like, it's never going to happen. It's like everything else.
We declared he'll sign.
And I don't know if it's true. Who knows? But Jerry Jones said they did offer him like record-breaking money, and then he denied it. When
I don't think Jerry would lie about that. I mean, because they'll dig it up and call him on it if he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he has nothing. He should not be lying if that's not true.
Well, yeah.
So we'll find out.
Anyway.
The name of the band is Trapdoor Social. They got a brand new album out. And then on the opposite side of that, you're going to hear some hardcore from the band Drain.
O-Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM. Right. Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Ooh, yeah, a hot tub and mini fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
The name of the song is Who's Having Fun? Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Ross McCoy's here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey, guys.
So, any gigs to promote? We got the Just Call Moe Comedy Jam.
October 2nd. It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, get your tickets at justcallmoecomedyjam.com or justcallmoe.com. And I know Daniel and I are going to go out there. I'm sure a bunch of real radio
It's
people.
going to sell out. Get your tickets.
Yeah. Definitely going to be out there. Chat room wants to know when we're doing another Tom and Dan cruise.
Oh, I don't know.
I like going rogue. I like just reading shit and just throwing it out there.
I'm looking at opportunities, but
Tom has kicked it around. It's not a 0%.
Yeah, it was a flat no last time.
It's not a flat no. He's been kicking it around, but the business department really does hinge on that because it's got to be something that's feasible.
I'll tell you right now, Tony Palmiotti already sent me. He's like, hey, we could do the same exact cruise as we did last year. That's available, same pricing.
Doesn't sound like
whatever.
the Tony I know.
And no, he's like this will give you the free drink package, same thing.
He really is trying to get he's trying to get the value out of it, and a lot of the different boats have changed.
Well, with the same exact cruises we did before, it just doesn't seem like it's that people are that motivated to go. Where it's just like, all right, we're gonna do the same thing we did the time before, no difference. Like, I don't know. It seems to me you have to be something special.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The reason that we haven't done a lot of, and we've only done it for BDMs, I think, most of the time we'll switch a venue, is because we get bored with stuff really easy. And we like to always give you something a little bit different. And we try to give you a variety of things, so you don't get bored because, we want to have fun too.
I bet if you put it to the BDMs or even just, everybody that listens, if you put it to them, same cruise or no cruise, they would pick same cruise 100%.
Yeah, no, I know. And they tell me that. They're like, oh, well, let's just do the same cruise.
And then I tell them they're idiots and I don't do it.
No, because you know what will happen 100% is that we'll get the sponsors, all the stuff, and then we'll announce it. There's no turning back. And then they're like half the people booked the last time because they're like, same shit.
Yeah, they're like, you didn't tell us it was the same shit. And we're like, hold on, you said you'd sign up if it was the same shit.
And they're like,
then they say, we never said that.
Yeah, but they're like, something came up. It's like the goddamn.
Well, what came up? Did it come up? Did something come up because it's the same cruise? Because then you have to go.
Yeah.
I'll hold you to it.
Just like the Moe skating event, 1,000 people said they're going to come.
You fuckers lied to me. I'll never, you know what? I will never throw a free skating event for you fucking jackasses.
So before we talk about Craig from Power Spot's new business adventure, because I can't wait, because you said
it is an adventure.
I have no idea
with adventure. I do want to say that I found out yesterday that my high school is closing down for good. Miami Killian Senior High in Miami, Florida is done. That's it. And because
some could say the origin place of our business, of our company.
And
I'm gonna miss the old green and gold.
And I have no nostalgia towards Miami.
What was your mascot?
Is green and gold the worst colors?
A cougar.
Well, guess what my colors were?
Green and gold.
Green and gold.
Yeah. Yeah, the Killian Cougars, but
hey, and you married a Killian Cougar. I did. Look at those tits.
What do you want? Famous alumni or quote incidents?
Hey!
I was
famous alumni.
The Killian 9. Well, the
Killian 9, top of the incidents list.
Yeah, the Killian 9. You got some rapists that went to your school? That sounds horrible.
Did we interview?
I think we did.
Dave from the Killian 9. I
shouldn't have said rapists.
He is a friend of a friend of a friend, but I know and he was a part of the Killian 9. And
it all runs together. Like there are things that we could do again for the first time, and I wouldn't even know I'm doing it.
There was also racial riots between the Spanish and black kids that I watched. That was in '97.
That didn't make incidents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are some
other
incidents?
Personal incident?
Killian 9, 16-year-old student beaten to death with a baseball bat along with her 18-year-old boyfriend.
Oh, my God, as a woman.
What year was that?
That was 2002, 2015.
I graduated 2000.
Sophomore defensive end stabbed by a 17-year-old senior with a kitchen knife.
Oh, my God.
On the school grounds.
You know what? You should paint
On
your
the school
new
grounds.
bio as like you're a tough ass because you went to goddamn Killian. I'm serious.
2018, 5 female students arrested for assaulting a female freshman in the cafeteria that was recorded and shared on social media.
Damn, that's a rough school.
No, I'm sure
the
you
mean
looked
streets of Killian.
All these schools have the problem, but so
Wait, 2018, a 17-year-old killed riding his bike from the school, struck by a Florida Highway Patrol trooper.
Oh, my God.
So
in 2018, 2 kids got charged with burglarizing the school. That's it.
Killian 9.
The reason why it got shut down is because now there's you can go to whatever school you want to, and there's charter schools popping up.
I don't like the name charter school because it makes me think like charter boat, and it makes me think. I'm serious. This is how dumb I am.
Yeah.
And when people go, it's a charter school, the first thing I think of is like some stupid Florida captain that's all fentanyled out, getting ready to take us out.
Well, what's funny is that
Did you go to school with the Cooper boys?
I remember when I was in high school, if you went to a charter school, that was your last hope of getting a GED, and like it was for bad kids.
Yeah, charter schools used to be a bad thing.
Yeah, charter schools used to be like you couldn't cut it in public schools, or you got expelled, or there was some problem, and like you had to go to a charter school,
or you had to learn science that indicated the Earth was created 8,000 years ago. Stuff like that.
So you're religious or something.
Yeah,
but
I like it when
now
charter schools they would have cool names because there'd be charter school on the outside of the city, and you drive past it, it'd be a charter school, and then underneath it, it'd say like Fast Start Academy.
Yeah, but
they always have like Quick Start, Fast Start.
So because your tax money that gets allocated to each student travels with you, these schools have turned into, these charter schools are businesses, and some of them are really good, and parents are electing to send their kid and the money that comes with their kid to a particular charter school instead of a public school, and then based on like the housing around Miami Killian, like every house is $1 million plus just because of the market and stuff like, and so then it limits the amount of students that even live nearby, and charter schools, and then now it's that's it. And we're gonna start seeing a lot of public schools probably in Florida end up going away.
I remember
in the future. I would, and then I don't know if that's a good thing. I have no idea, but
I thought it was going to happen more. I remember this was even kind of rolling out when my mom was still an educator. And I remember them talking about it. And I thought we would have more charter schools.
Now it could be a good thing, whatever, I don't know. But it's weird that my high school that I went to is closed down, because I feel like most people have the experience of their high school being around their entire life, or the majority of their life, right?
Yeah.
Even after they graduated, like it still lives. Most people's high schools are still going on.
Yeah, mine is. And then Andrea's father went there, and she went there.
And there's still DeLand High, and there probably will be one for another,
Here's a weird
your
one.
entire life.
Here's a weird one. Andrea's dad graduated from UCF before it was UCF.
Oh, it'd be okay.
I know a lot of those where people graduate. Like my mom graduated from James Madison University before it allowed men into the college. It was an all-ladies school when my mom graduated from it. So my dad used to have to drive up there and then wait in the lobby, and then they'd have to buzz her down to go on a date.
Yeah, I love those old sexy.
My dad probably went on panty raids.
My mother-in-law tells me, she's like, I remember a time I had to get a male's permission to get a credit card. And I'm like, yes. I don't know why. Every time she tells me that, I'm like, yes. I'm like, I can't believe that happened.
She's filling it out. I'm like, are you sure you want to do that?
It seems crazy that I'm talking to a human that happened to.
It'd be funny if I came home one day. I'm like, what are you doing there, Andrea? She's like, I'm filling out a credit card. I'm like, you're doing what? Give me that. So you're not allowed to have a credit card.
Usually the high school only folds if they're building like a bigger, better high school.
Yeah,
it's weird for it just to like dissipate.
It went out of business.
Yeah.
There was not enough.
I don't even like that phrase. It went out of business. That just sounds weird, right?
There was not enough kids to support the school anymore. Like their last attendance was 400 students. I remember, I talked about this a while ago, but I remember like a year ago or so. They're like, man, you know the Killian's attendance? And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, they're not going to be able to survive. And then it was like, but they can't. They shut down the whole high school, and then they did.
Well, it's hard for them to survive. There's 2 or 3 of them getting murdered every couple of years on the goddamn campus.
That's true. Baseball bat.
Happens everywhere in Miami. So
that's just the Miami way.
So let's talk about Craig's new business.
Pirate Spot Industries. So we were doing a little bit of we were at the old Pirate Spot warehouse the other day.
I thought you were going to say the poker room. How's your poker addiction going?
I may have lost $200 on the way here this morning. Who knows?
Don't talk about it. I didn't even know they're open that early. Jesus Christ.
I think I was 15 minutes late. They weren't done taking all my money late yet. Yeah, so I was...
That's the greatest.
I was at the Pirate Spot warehouse. It was like... This is like 7 or 10 days ago. This is last week. We were finishing up inventory from 4th of July, doing a little tidying up and stuff. And I think we were getting ready to go to lunch. So we were sitting in Craig's office. He's doing a little computer work. He gets a phone call, and it's one of the guys that runs a tent for him. You know, the guy who runs the Eustace tent is calling. And this gentleman, his son, a year or 2 ago, had got into the business of like thrifting. He's going to Goodwill. He's finding like clothes that'll go online and selling them. And he's doing real good at it, right? And I even remember when we went to Kansas for the fireworks shoot, we took me and my wife and this guy's wife went and did a couple yard sales, and she found like a starter jacket for the kid. She was really excited.
Oh, nice.
He could put that online, you know. And so Craig gets this call from the guy, and he's like, hey, you know, my son's been doing the thrifting thing, little online selling. He's like, I started dabbling in it too. And, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I found a warehouse in Baltimore with about 100,000 garments from the late 90s, early 2000s. And the guys wanted to let it go for X amount a piece. You want to go in on this with me? And he spent like 20 minutes, you know, going over details and talking to him, and then hung up. And I immediately was like, oh, that sounds nutty, doesn't it? Who the hell would do that?
So a warehouse in Baltimore.
This is a thing. This is a thing online where
a bunch of 90s clothes in it. Like
it's kind of like Pickers, but it's like thrift. The thrift version of finding a barn find.
Okay, all right.
There are, and then I don't want to interrupt your story, but there are places like I'm sure there are some here in Orlando. Let's say, for instance, downtown Orlando. There's an old building, right? Like we know of that one. Remember the one place we used to play our instruments in?
Okay,
it was like an old warehouse building.
Yeah.
Like then there are people that will hoard just like textiles. And you can go in there.
Dead stock.
Andrea has a friend that came upon a warehouse right outside of Daytona Beach that had dead stock, brand new, in the boxes, taped and fully sealed, of 1985 Hawaiian Tropic fluorescent colored shirts from like a bikini contest. Brand new, old stock. Like literally, they open,
just got shoved
the
in
cardboard is deteriorating. The roaches have eaten all the glue, and you open it up, and inside are these shirts. He washed all the shirts and then folded them. They're brand new, never been worn. 1985 Ron Rice Hawaiian Tropic shirts that he can now take.
Sell online.
You can command a premium. Like he was selling some of these Hawaiian Tropic shirts, because some of them have stains and stuff. But after they're all cleaned up, the perfect ones, I mean, it's almost like that's like a $35, $40 shirt. It is a real 1985
vintage
beach shirt that's never been worn, that's brand new, that you can now have, and that's the new like top tier thrift if you can find it. Anyway, Ross, so what did he end up doing it?
I'm gonna text you a picture while we're talking, Dan.
Some people are saying my prices are way off, that some of their shirts can be upwards of like $300, $500.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, you could look online and see what the market is of the shirt. I mean, now it's like if 5 of them are selling for, you know, over $200, that's the market.
So, yes, then a couple days go by, and the next thing I know, Craig is in. They have bought this warehouse full of clothes.
I'm writing down, remind myself to tell Craig about cockamamie business schemes. Because I've got a never-ending supply, and I'm calling Craig. I'm like, hey, you want to go in with me?
He's gonna change your number.
And by go in with me, I mean you
supply all the money,
and I tell you about it.
I just tag along.
I'm the idea man. That's the catchphrase of guys who don't want to work.
I love being the idea man. Free. Anyway, so he's in.
Because ideas have no skin on them.
Yeah.
Zero skin on an idea.
I can run.
You can sell an idea 100 goddamn times.
Never ending idea. Ask me an idea. I'll give it.
Give me that.
Okay,
give me
I
a
go
new business idea.
Okay, yeah. I buy something cheap, sell it for more.
Oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You going to use the app?
So approximately 100,000 individual garments. Craig, they got a couple 26-foot trucks. A couple gentlemen made 2 runs this week from Baltimore to Orlando with 26-foot trucks filled with trash bags full of, remember Echo Unlimited jeans?
Yeah, Mark Echo. Yeah. The Rhino. Mark Echo was the Rhino.
Because are these styles popular now because the 90s are coming back with the youth? Is that
Are
why?
you going to start dressing like a thugster? Are you going to start coming in here with
Tommy Hilfiger
what
hammer
if you're
loop?
wearing all baggy stuff? You have like a do-rag. You would look awesome with a do-rag.
So I don't know if you can get that picture I just sent you, Dan, up on the big screen maybe. And,
do you have a hip-hop Taz
crossing
his arms?
In this fucking pile, almost certainly. Okay. So
Did you just send it?
Yeah. Okay, we accepted delivery of, again, 2 26-foot trucks twice from Baltimore to here, full of trash bags, and like Dan was saying, just the most decrepit cardboard boxes you could imagine. They're old. I don't know how long it takes cardboard to like just physically decay, but these have been alive that long. And then so that's all in the warehouse now, and it's taking as much space up as you're going to see in just a second.
Yeah, it's not coming through.
Okay. Anyway, so Tom, you've been in the fireworks warehouse. Like, remember where you were standing when I gave you your fireworks this year?
Yeah.
And like how if you kind of look up into the corner of the warehouse, we had like, a bunch of fireworks in there.
Yeah.
Those are all gone. It's now full of plastic bags and boxes full of vintage clothing. And we have an 18-wheeler on the road right now, still coming with another 22 pallets of trash bags of clothes that got palletized.
Now, what is Craig's plan with all these trash bags of clothes? Someone's got to sort them and then take pictures of them and put them on the internet, right? Like, what's the plan here?
I don't know.
I like this.
It was like kind of in the before we started receiving trash bags. It was kind of in the early stages, and he's like, "Listen, we just need to turn over like 8 out of 10 pieces at like X times 3, and we're good to go on this." And I was like, "So all that would entail is taking a FUBU sweater, folding it neatly, putting it in a box, putting the address label, and getting it in the mail 80,000 times."
Yeah.
And then at the end of that 80,000 times, you still have 20,000 pieces left over.
Yeah. So there's lots of business opportunity I've seen in the world, right, Ross? I've seen it where like someone's like, "Hey, this is." Even these like business influencers, like social media business influencers, I see them. They're like, "Hey, the number one way you want to start a small business, you got to hustle. Start with thrift stores, start with garage sales, start with estate sales, buy stuff, resell it online. It's an easy way to like immediately you could do it. The barrier to entry is small, and anybody could do this. All right, well then you got to hustle, be a thrift store.
There we go, Tom. Look at that.
And then I'm like, I get that. Makes perfect sense. Oh, that's a lot of garbage.
That's a lot more. That's a lot more than you thought, right? Thank you, Ross. That worked out really good, buddy. Thank you.
That, and then there's 22 more pallets of that on the way.
22 more pile. Okay, so the pile I'm looking at, you can see the trash bags to the left.
Yeah.
And then boxes to the right. If there's 22 more versions of that whole pile.
No, there's probably about that much again still coming.
Oh my God.
It looks like, when they clean up like a small Indian village, and because they're like you're living in squalor,
they're
like you're trash.
Look at this river before.
Yeah, and they clean it up and they show all the trash bags.
Is that? What are you talking about?
It's like every once in a while.
Oh, I know this video.
They're like the small villages. No one taught them not to throw their trash in the river.
That shouldn't be. No, that's instinctual.
And they just
who looks at a river and is like, and then looks at like a bottle and is like,
oh yeah,
like who does that? You're that dumb? Nobody does that.
In this village, it turns out everybody for about the last 50 years to the point where the river's choked with trash, but then people come in with.
I grew up this way. I just grew up. There's shit in the river. I'm throwing in there too.
But now
generations above me.
For TikTok. TikToks, some guys come in with a camera and like 100 trash bags.
Yeah.
And they spend a day cleaning it up.
And then they clean it up and they put piles of trash bags, like they just go into the forest and
they dump that in a different river down the road.
Is that really when they just relocate the trash?
It looks like this. Yeah. And by the way, they're like one guy that throws trash in the river because that's all they know. Yeah. Because that's they've been doing it their whole lives.
Do that. Don't clean it up. Teach them that you should throw it in the river, then they can clean it up.
You can't
teach a man to fish. This is Jesus.
Yeah,
right. It doesn't play on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. They're born that way. I'm throwing it in the river.
Lady Gaga throw it in the river.
I'm shitting on the floor. So you don't know the plan of like who's gonna sort this. And back to the business ventures. Like the problem that I see is organizing the people to do all this stuff and to do it efficiently.
Yeah, because all those people are outside shitting on the floor. Get in here.
Yeah.
I need you to sort.
So it's like getting all the people to then build this trash bag into a business is the hard part.
Correct.
Like, the idea of like, you bought it cheap, you can sell it for more, but the execution of that is going to be a nightmare, right?
Right. It's the old, step 1, step 2, step 3 question marks, step 4 profit.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how Craig. That's why Craig's a brilliant businessman. And
We're
gonna
try it.
Get rich over the years and the fireworks. I mean, I thought when he told me 20 years ago when he first brought me a box of fireworks, he's like, I get these wholesale from China. He's like, I'm gonna start selling these to more people. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I looked at Tom. I said, this is as stupid as buying a bunch of bags of clothes.
And I'm like, this will never work. I drove. You made it work.
You did it.
And it's awesome.
And I was pretty skeptical, and then like a couple of things, like one bag fell open and some boots fell out, and like the soles were just like dry rotted away. There's like a couple duds in there, but we got everything in the warehouse yesterday, and they were going through a little bit of it to see what they had and stuff, and they found some cool stuff. They found like old Dale Earnhardt Jr. like Budweiser racing jackets that look really neat. They found these Echo Unlimited jeans. They did a crossover with Marvel at some point. They found these Echo jeans with like Spider-Man patches on them and Daredevil like patches on them and stuff. Like
some of these garments are sought after because they're vintage and who knows what's in that pile.
And then they're neat. And then also another thing in the mix that they were very excited about was like old giant boxes of old blank T-shirts. Just old cotton blank T-shirts in like 4 different sizes, hundreds of them, in orange and green and black. And
okay, well, that doesn't seem like it's worth anything.
Well, people will buy them because like you want that with like, I don't know, with like a Care Bear on it, right?
Yeah.
But this one doesn't have a Care Bear on it, but it is the old stock T-shirt. Print a fucking Care Bear on it, and they can't tell the difference between that T-shirt and a vintage T-shirt.
Wait, we should print some Tom and Dan shirts.
And then people will think they're Tom and Dan shirts from the early 2000s? Is that
some big, thick cotton.
All right, we're fucking dumb, okay?
Well, they didn't make them like they used to.
Write that down. That's good.
Big, thick. Like they wasted a lot of cotton.
Speaking of things deteriorating,
at least one box I saw that had, I think I went to DC in like 2003-ish. It had the exact same Obama and like Michelle Obama and the girls like T-shirts that were all for sale in DC at that time.
Oh yeah,
they had boxes of Obama shirts.
I'm like, there's some Obama.
I don't think you could sell those. You know what is hot right now are the Reagan Bush shirts. Those are really hot.
Yeah. Well, Daniel showed me there was a motocross racing team that came out with old Marlboro racing kits. Like when Marlboro sponsored.
They license all the stuff that's not usable anymore because it's like, they've moved on from sponsorship.
And then Daniel showed me, and I'm like, I want a Marlboro motocross shirt because it's funny. Just for the comedy of it, because the full, like, huge Marlboro logo
gloves.
on the front.
They say Winston-Salem on the fucking finger.
Like Marlboro gloves, and like people buy that just for the comedy of it because it's funny because no cigarette brands like are allowed to sponsor.
They had
that
Camel
shit
too. Smoker Cross is what it's called.
Yeah.
Smoker Cross.
I'm telling you, the one thing I was considering stealing was
it's
a vinyl Budweiser red, jacket. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the one sleeve, the Intimidator on the other sleeve.
Oh, Dad and son?
Dude, some NASCAR
I'm
people,
saying.
you put it on the internet and then just on eBay.
Oh
and
man,
it's
Mike from Mike's weather page go nuts. My God.
So again, there's like some dry rotted boots in there, and then there's some treasures to be
I'm glad you
found
mentioned
too.
the dry rotted boots. Trick Daddy is in the news because he has been known to have one of the largest collections of Nikes.
Okay.
And his Nike collection, they're all falling apart. Like, he's all mad about it, and he's been on TikTok and Instagram bitching. I don't know if this is the right video.
Like the soles are disintegrating?
Yeah, like everything's deteriorating and falling apart. Let's
Yeah.
see if this is the right video.
Well, they were meant to
What
last.
do I have to do to stop shit like this from happening? I like these Jordans. I'm like, so these ain't no motherfucking good. I gotta throw them away. They ain't no good. What do I have to do? Why can't I keep my Jordans? I don't give a fuck how long it's been. Y'all can look at my ugly ass clothes all you want to.
He's mad as fuck about his Jordans. Oh, he's mad because he's been collecting them for like, what, 40 years? This guy's been collecting Jordans.
And the glue is deteriorating. Yeah,
and
because
just life is tearing them apart. They're just off-gassing and dying every day.
Yeah.
And he's all of them are rotten, and he's been keeping them for 35 years.
Well, you know what's interesting, and this kind of ties into one of our sponsors.
Trick Daddy.
The Orange County Regional History Center is doing this basically a education thing in September 18th, I believe. In September, go check out
Is this
their
the
website.
Lunch and Learn?
No, well, this is preserving your history.
Oh,
and
yeah, where you can like set up your kit to like.
So they're essentially teaching you how to preserve
Keep your shoes from dry rotting.
or anything you want to get your ancestry. Like if there's documents or anything you want, you have to preserve it because just the air and the humidity in Florida will eat it away or deteriorate it over time. So it's like you can't just keep sneakers inside your house because the temperature differences or whatever, they're not sealed. Like the glue's going to deteriorate. And like, of course, I mean, they're 40 years old.
Yeah, they
you know,
turn yellow.
how long do you think things last?
Yeah. And a lot of those synthetic materials, it's funny because when we get them new, like you know, like your shoes, especially Nikes. When I got them, like, this is hard to explain, but when I first got my first pair of Nikes, they were Air Pegasus. It's the first ones I got, and they had the bubble on the back. But you know that foam on the bottom of your shoe that you could press?
Yeah.
To me, I was just like, this is alien fucking technology.
Yeah. This is national
Yeah,
technology.
I was like, what is? I was like, that is not, because that was like definitive man-made shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and for me, I was like, that's wild. But even then, I think I kind of knew, well, that can't last forever.
Yeah. This is going to deteriorate.
It's going to deteriorate.
It's not made to last.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not.
They're made for the life of a shoe, which is what, a couple of years.
It's made to be springy or light or you know, whatever you call it. But
Until the tread's gone, and then you get rid of it, you get more shoes.
Yeah. And it's like they're literally Nike's making them so that they only last a certain amount. Like they're not in business to make a shoe that can last 50 years just sitting there.
Well, I'm having
and never deteriorate.
I'm having a dumb old man moment. So have either of you, and I know the answer is no, but have either of you had a pair of shoes resold?
Yes.
You have.
I have like work boots before.
Great. My dad did too. That's dad, right? The resold shoe?
I had a pair of really nice Wolverine boots that for whatever reason, the goddamn glue came apart on the soles, and I had to take them to a little cobbler on Michigan and have him resold them. That was 100 years ago.
I went with my dad to get multiple pairs of his floor shines resold. Like, if he had a pair he really liked him, he'd take them to Danny's shoe shop in downtown DeLand.
Yeah.
And the guy would polish them up real good, and then he'd put a new piece of leather on the bottom and stain it and cut it and do the whole glue it. It stunk like shit in that store.
It stinks, and there's always like a million pairs of shoes around. Like, whose fucking shoes are these?
And then there's one thing in the corner, and if your cobbler does not have this in the corner, then you tell him to fuck off. Tiny gumball machine that goes to March of Dimes. There was a tiny gumball machine.
Was it
in
gumballs
there.
or M&Ms?
This was gumball.
Okay.
It could have been M&Ms.
Yeah.
Could have been M&Ms, but it went to March of Dimes.
The
I know
M&M
that.
machine I always think is just full of bugs.
Yeah, especially in a fucking cobbler.
I saw a post by Neil
Shoelace.
deGrasse Tyson talking about we should teach our kids in school how to fix things and how to resole shoes and how to fix garments and how to
If they resell shoes, then they're going to be cocoa.
You know, just because we live in a disposable society now that if anything breaks, we just toss it in the landfill and then we don't fix it because it's cheaper to buy a new one than to fix it. I mean, they do with the transmissions and cars and Volvo and stuff. Like, it's cheaper just at carburetors and like just to buy a brand new one and not fix the one that's broken. And that shouldn't be. Like, we shouldn't live in it's just like throw away everything, never fix anything because it's cheaper to buy a new one.
That's right. Everybody in America should have a full-scale cobbler's bench in the house because they learned how to do it in grade school.
I know it never happened, but
what's the last time?
But my sons are not learning anything valuable.
Well, what's the last thing you fixed?
I bet they can make shoes in Minecraft.
He's probably right on that. I bet my legs on that. What's the last thing you guys have? What's the last thing you guys have fixed?
Can't even tell you.
I'll try to think about this one.
There's nothing that I can't even think of recently.
SJ fixes a lot of shit.
Yeah, like obviously your car and super valuable things that can't be, but like a thing that you buy at the store, like to go and fix it. Like any electronics, forget it.
Yeah.
You never fix a piece of electronics. Like that doesn't even exist. TV repair shops barely exist. And for the most part, they'll tell you like unless it's some old, is there a reason for it? They're like just buy a new one.
Yeah, I've had some record players and some head units and some old pedals and some music equipment that at this point I'm sad to say that it is very difficult to find people to work on that shit. It is we are at a time when even my Radio Shack is gone and Best Buy is all I got, so I am literally relying on Guitar Center and Amazon.
It may be instruments. That's a thing that people would fix because it's so expensive. Like, but a lot of the stuff, is you're just going to buy a new one.
I just thought of something I fixed. You know what I fixed? We got the Myers soap. And they do like, seasonal scents or whatever. We got like, I don't know, autumn mist or something. It was a seasonal one. But we went to pump it and it wouldn't pump and the tube had fallen off of the pump.
Okay.
So the pump's hanging there and it's not reaching down into and so you got that tiny little hole and you got the tube in there. And it's like, how you can get that tube out to reattach it? And my wife actually tried for a while and she couldn't. And I just I worked a chopstick in there and I jammed a chopstick in the tube and brought it right out and then put it on the thing, fixed it.
Okay, all right.
This guy, goddamn man. The man did that, ladies.
Yeah.
Just gonna let you know that.
Although fishing out a tube, not necessarily repairing.
It's close to welding.
You didn't have shit.
That's true. He is on the board.
We do have.
He is on the board.
They're not even an official sponsor
That's
yet.
Why I said it. But I want to do it.
Underground Metalworks is a local welding school that is going to advertise with us. But
we did a go-to show out there.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We went out there. You would love it.
And they teach you how to weld.
You'd
and
love it.
like my dad knew how to weld, and I always like
you have to
respected
do cocaine bins under airplanes and trucks and stuff.
Welding, like has always been
you
like
gotta weld the door shut on 25 pounds of sweet Peruvian gold.
It's always been like something I've always thought that it was like out of my ability to ever learn how to do, but it's like, hey, this place over there could teach you in a weekend or a 1 week's course, and then at least you get the basics.
Fuck you, welders! You've been holding this over my head for so long. You can learn in a weekend.
Look what you can do to your gutters. If you know how to weld, what can you do to your gutters?
The gutters are hard. Gutters are just like it's not welding. It's like it's thin aluminum, so they're just pressing.
How are your drains? Let's get a report before we have to get out of here. How are your drains doing? Because it is rain season.
Oh, they're filled.
Full filled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, I told you I got the new pump, and it's gonna flood again.
Yeah,
I just realized that I gave it up to the flooding. I'm expecting the flooding to come.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
With like bad rains or whatever, like it'll come.
Nothing can be done.
Yeah. I can get out there and dig.
Can't fix it.
Yeah. See, I'm not calling a fucking company and get back there.
It needs to be welded, but I can't learn that. Nothing can be
done.
done.
No, this is water's business, not fire.
Water.
This is reminding me of a bit I had in my pocket for today and I forgot about. Maybe let's do this Monday. You guys remind me for like the BDM show. Let's do this. I had to make room for all this beautiful merchandise that we now have in the Pirate Spot warehouse. We did a bunch of cleaning up, which means that Craig had to like just throw away tons and tons of shit that he's been hoarding in his warehouse forever.
Yeah.
And I ended up with a decent pair of like speakers. Like a nice speaker set with
nice.
4 speaker set and an audio bar. And I was thinking it would be fun, like maybe on Monday during the BDM show, I will live sell it on Craig's or on Facebook during the show, and we can keep track of like all the fucking, is it still available? And all that. Would you take $20 for it? And maybe even get some asshole here to buy it, and we'll interview him.
Yeah,
100%.
that's a good idea.
All right, remind me on Monday. We'll do that.
Okay, I love that.
So also for everybody watching us on Twitch, we're going to do a Twitch-only show after this show today with the Andrew from the Pinball Dudes. We got some other guests coming in. We're going to do a pinball tournament on our Deadpool pinball machine. Daniel's got a camera rig that we're going to rig so we could actually see the pinball machine and watch the ball.
Yeah, it should be a bird's eye view of the pinball machine so you can kind of follow along.
We will be gambling because I'm 200 in the hole for the day.
That's fair. That's fair.
There is a prize for the winner.
Yeah.
And although it's not really fair that Andrew is a part of it because he's been playing pinball. He's a pro at this point.
You should have to tie up one thumb.
Yeah.
Also,
right. We're handicapping some way.
I'm the current grand champion of that machine. I don't think I should have to play.
Yeah. No,
I should get to sit back and just, if anybody can beat me, then I'll play.
Because that's how it works in the NFL. We scored 80 points last week. If you guys can't beat that, then we win.
All right, that's a good point.
We'll be doing that. We'll be starting around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it's Twitch only. Yep. So if you want to watch it, just jump on twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live.
Yep.
And then
we'd love to see you over there. You can jump in the chat room and
we'll be doing next week's BDM show on Tuesday when we get back from Labor Day because of the long weekend. We got a Labor Day ACT special with the qualified captain.
It's also we have video of that will be released on the same day. SJ put together a nice little video of qualified captain.
It's the founder and CEO of the social media account Qualified Captain.
Aaron Stasiak. Very nice guy. Really, really cool.
And so look forward to the BDM show on Tuesday. We're also being for that. And we're going to the Twitch only pinball show happening right after today's show.
Yep.
Sponsored by thepinballdudes.net.
There you go.
All right, guys. We will see you. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Have a great weekend, you guys. We appreciate you guys. Be careful. We appreciate you guys watching and participating.
The cops will be out, so don't drive drunk because they'll get you.
And now I'm going to let you ride my scooter, too. I want to see if it'll blow you off the...
They got a new, you know how they did like don't get lit for the 4th of July on the signs around here?
Yeah.
They got a new one, which is... Will be blunt, don't drive high. And it just always reminds me to hit my weed pen.
I was like, I'm sober right now.
Yeah, you're telling me not to drive drunk. Well, it's already happened. Because how am I reading this? You said I'm saying, I know driving drunk is bad. I knew that going into this, but it just happened.
If you want me to not drive drunk, text me in the morning.
Do you know what? There's another one, too. This has been in my craw, and I'm going to get it out of my craw real quick. I think it's like Fairbanks. There's a billboard, and it's one of those like digital billboards, and like every 5th billboard or whatever, it flashes up a black background, a picture of a giant yellow cat, just a giant yellow cat, and then this tiny little white text, and you have to like look at it for like, you have to drive up to it for a while before it gets close enough that you can read the text. And when you see, you're staring at this yellow cat, you're staring at this text for a while, and when you get close enough to resolve it, it says, "Don't drive distracted." Motherfucker, that yellow cat has been distracting me for 8 miles.
I'm gonna have to see that.
Don't let the government do nothing. That's what happens.
Yeah, it is. Guys, we'll see you on the pinball thing, and then we'll also see you on Monday.
Bye. Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Enjoy your Monday. Bye. And we're going to turn this off and then turn it back on, I guess, right?
For Twitch, yeah. We're going to set everything up.
Yeah, we're going to set everything up. We'll be back around, I'll put us on at 3:30. That's fine.
Yeah.